Okay, hello, everybody. Yo.
Hey.
I mean, granted, it didn't happen last time. We were pretty professional with that, but like, otherwise, I would assume that like something happens on Phil's side where like audio just like pops in mid intro.
It always does. Puppies, what are you doing? They're just upset. They want it in and now they want out because they're weird. They like to have the door open.
They want you to leave the door open. They've been listening to too much Silk Sonic.
I was gonna say, leave the door open.
They're weirdos. Like they may have to make sure that every door is open, that the house is accessible at any time.
My dog is the exact same way.
And then they get pissed because like we used to have roommates, right?
Oh no!
And if they're still asleep and they're still in the room, they would get pissed and start banging on their door to be like, "Hey," like. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
This is waking hours here.
Yep.
Everyone has a universal time clock. That's for them. But here, let's go ahead and go for the intro. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin.
Mark.
And I'm Philip.
And you're watching or listening to episode 498 of DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. Big week for March, but how's everyone doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I think I'm doing all right. Phil?
I am straight chilling.
Straight chilling.
I'm not any DEF CON today, as of right now. But yesterday I was like coasted DEF CON 3, and that was fun.
Okay.
That's my level of drunkenness, everybody. Just so I go off the DEF CONs from Call of Duty.
So at what point do you reach tactical nuke incoming?
5.
I see.
Oh.
5, you're done. Like you're absolutely like blacked out. You're out. Like you're done for the day. Like
my man is gonna wake up feeling like he's dead tomorrow.
Yeah. No. So I like to coast 3 the whole time. I don't like to go to 4. 4 is I start like tripping all over the place. I start slurring my words. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh no, I'm out. Like I'm kind of getting there. 3 is like I'm feeling good. I'm coasting. I'm buzzing. Like,
gotcha.
That's what it is.
You're
automatically 1 if you take 1 drink.
I'm assuming Cat was probably around 4.
Oh, she's like 4.5, homie. Like,
oh, she was close. She was close to 5.
She was close to it. Yeah. She was bordering it. Like I think 1 more, she would have just like tipped it over the edge.
Out.
But yeah, no, I've just been chilling. It is my birthday weekend, so
let's go.
I'm turning the big 3-0.
Let's go.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting around that time now.
It is finally.
In the next couple months, I'm gonna turn the big 3-0 too.
Yep. Oh yeah, because you're 94, right? Yep.
Having to say goodbye to your 20s.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow is officially my birthday, but today we're celebrating it. A lot of friends in my group have a birthday in March. So we celebrate it all at once today.
Early birthmas.
So, well, early for me. Early for my sister's boyfriend. His is the 25th. I'm the 24th. That's how close these birthdays are all at.
Not bad.
But yeah, I'll be a big 3-0 tomorrow.
Got any reflections? I know I do big time reflections when it comes to like the decades.
I mean, in my last decade of living, I got married. So that was cool.
Let's go.
You know, in my 20s. That's very hard to do nowadays, and especially like here in California, you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
That's big. So, we were fortunate to be able to get a house. We're married. Yeah, that's really like the big stuff. I mean, a lot of working, unfortunately, but
yeah.
I was gonna say Phil's been working his ass off.
Yeah, like almost nonstop, like overtime. I remember that.
Yeah, those years were rough. Those were some rough years. I haven't had a bunch of overtime recently, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, I'm less tired. I get to go home and actually enjoy doing things, but at the same time, I'm also like kind of needed overtime money when I need it.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, give and take on that.
But yeah, I don't have too many. I don't really have regrets.
That's good.
Just
what can you imagine like when you hit the 4-0?
40.
Probably
Dude, I can't even imagine being 40 right now.
Right?
yeah, I can't even
I'm like,
really
bro,
imagine it.
I'm a whole different
But
person, dude.
probably still playing games, but
Oh, I think we'll all still
Definitely-
be exactly
Yeah,
how
yeah.
we are now.
yeah. I think I could see myself maybe with like a kid or two and
Hell yeah, dude.
Philip Jr.
oh god, no. Not that name. we have a name for a boy and a girl, but yeah.
Okay,
Felipe.
okay.
No. Felipe is what they call me in Spanish, so it's fine. Like
Felipe. I mean,
Yeah.
because that's what it's Philip in Spanish. It really is.
yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
like well, because I'm named after my grandfather. My grandfather was Felipe, so it's
Is your
Okay.
actual name Felipe?
no, my birth certificate is in English, Philip.
All right. I
Gotcha.
was wondering if they actually just named you Felipe.
No. So my Mexican family or anybody in my family that speaks Spanish, they will call me Felipe. Just
Fair.
get
That's
out of the way.
Yeah,
That's
So-
what they call you.
Yeah, typically I go by 3 names. It's either Philip, Phil, or Felipe.
Phil Felipe. Very simple.
Mhm.
And then anybody who calls me Lip, I like punch them.
They would call you Lip.
Lip.
I hate that.
Why would they call you Lip?
Because in Shameless, the character Philip, played by Jeremy Allen
Lip.
White, is his name is Philip, but his nickname is Lip, and so they do that.
I've
That's a
never
thing.
heard that until now.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know, but I look at it, I'm like, what, you couldn't just say Phil? Like, what does that even mean? Like Lip.
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 And then
That's
very,
crazy.
very few people call me Angel, which is my middle name. Very
Oh.
few people.
Very few. Well, now we know.
Interesting.
And that's my dad's name. So it's like family friends, and like they're like 3 of them, I think. They're the only ones that ever call me Angel.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So other than that, yeah, it's basically just Phil for the most part. But,
Phil and
Yeah.
I, the gamer guy. That's the other one.
Phil Nye.
that's been a thing. Yeah, people have done that before. But yeah, I don't know. It's just another day. Just
True.
yep.
Well, it's a good thing that like you're like exiting the 20s, having like accomplished like a lot of achievements. One of my goals is definitely to have a house, and that's gonna be really hard. But you got you got it really good too.
I got lucky, I like to say, because like we got it literally the month before 2019.
Mm.
And like the house let me rephrase that. The housing around in this area didn't like boom in pricing until 2020 because of the pandemic and
The
whatnot.
pandemic, yes.
And so we were able to close the deal, get the keys on December 28th, 2018. So right before New Year's.
Man, dude.
So yeah, it was a while. Like for instance, I don't mind talking about it. We paid $295,000 for this house.
Damn.
It goes for almost like it's like 475 or something like that right now. So it's up there. Yeah. And we barely did renovations to it. Like new roof, yeah. But like we put up a new gate. Like that was about it.
Cool.
So it's minor renovations, and roof is a major, but minor things here and there. Somehow, it's a lot of money.
Mm.
And I can assure you this: I have a friend who lives up the street, paid almost $500,000 for that house, and it's a smaller house than this. Like he has more rooms technically because he has like 3 bedrooms. Not including the master, so 4, but they're smaller. They're very small rooms, so it's like, ooh. But yeah, I'm fortunate for my 20s. That was a thing,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah, I was. This is kind of a quick aside. I was really like kind of looking at our preview screen on like what the podcast shows, and I have not really thought about the fact that since we were talking about the pandemic, that we had swapped over to remote podcasting when it used to be like always like physically, like in person.
Yeah.
And Mark, you were looking at some of the old stuff, old
The
podcast
archives.
episodes, the
Mark,
archives.
the DangIT record keeper. Like,
Allow me to show you the history.
It was crazy because that was really like, okay, we would film at like my old college place, and then the apartments, and then like the guy's like house, and there was a fair number that were like, just in my room. That was like, it was like a heat box in here when it was another person.
mm-hmm.
And now we do remotely, and now it's almost just expected. And I kind of miss like the in-person ones, but we just don't have like a good shared space for something like that. Because I always loved the kind of the couch setting. It's kind of like how the logo was inspired, but I don't know. It'd be nice to do that again. But
it would be cool to do it like that in person. But it's just yes, Mark, exactly. So in terms of like actual like news or anything this week, wasn't much.
I guess not. I just think
not
about
really.
like things that just literally released like yesterday, but
yeah, there's a lot of cool game releases this week, and there was like,
you know what?
Still talking about Dune 2. That movie is making money. Like,
that's good.
Yeah,
people love the popcorn. You know what? It's the popcorn bit.
Ghostbusters got really bad reviews.
Oh, that came out. Oh, okay.
Doc, Ghostbusters debuted at a lower Rotten Tomato score than the female Ghostbusters. I don't know what that entails. Now, granted, I heard there's mixed feelings about it. It's like people are telling me that, oh, well, actually what they're trying to do is they're not trying to follow the steps. Like they're not trying to have fan service the whole time through it. And I mean it by like doing the nods and like, here's the references. You remember this one from the first movie, right? Like they're not trying to do that. So I don't know if they're trying to actually push the narrative forward. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
I haven't seen it. I like Ghostbusters. I just I usually just wait to watch those. I don't really go out of my way to go see them.
Mm-hmm.
We did miss watching End of Evangelion, and I really wanted to see it.
Oh no!
I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself for even bringing it up, because then I was like, oh man, maybe if I finish this done like right now, I'll get this done. We can get there. I didn't finish till like 8, so yeah.
Fair enough. I do have a couple bullet points here too,
man.
Yeah,
that was the first time they were released it in the US, like in theaters, and a lot of the scenes in that movie only make sense if you watch it in theaters. Like,
oh really?
Yes, a lot of it. Have you seen the End of Evangelion? I've seen him a couple times.
Which one was that? Because I know they had a couple rounds of retelling the story.
That's the actual one that was like the different ending for the main original show, not the rebuild movies.
Not the rebuild. Okay, so then no, because I watched those.
That's the one with a lot of the memes. You know, the hand.
Not the hand. Oh no, I know that one.
I'm only gonna say that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, there's that. There's the whole like song where like all the lights are going around the world and stuff, and it's like, I'm trying to remember characters' names right now. I cannot remember.
You could probably describe
Ray. It is
I
Ray.
think it was Ray. Yeah.
Ray is like how she turns into like the basically God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where she's like kind of like, I get what you mean.
Yeah. There's that. There's like a bunch of that, and then the whole like, so like for example, this is an old movie anyways. So for example, there's mid credits. That's the only place where the credits appear is in the middle of the movie.
Oh.
They don't appear at the end, right? And it's because at the end of the movie, one of the most famous scenes is Shinji just chokes the hell out of
Asuka.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say
he basically kills her. Like, he kills her like at the end of the movie. And in theaters, that's supposed to go, oh shit, she's dying, and then just lights off. Get out.
What an area to cut it.
No, that was on purpose. It's like you're already like, oh man, this is uncomfortable, and then just no credits, lights up. So stuff like that. That was really cool. Like that stuff that a lot of movies are done because of theaters, not because of home releases. So Like things like that, references like that. It was meant to be watched on a big screen, and I'm kind of upset at myself that I didn't get to go see it. I think there might be a showing or two still. I have to look into it, but
All right. Well, we'll try to coordinate that for sure.
mhm.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that actually did sound like cool because it was pretty much the same thing where it was like, hey, what if we just watch Advent Children? It's only for
Yeah,
this
it was
day.
the same. It's only for this day, and I'm like, but I was like, I'm trying to like set up this barbecue and clean and stuff, and then I was like, wow, but maybe if I finish, like, there was literally only one wrench in this whole thing. I had to go see my mom after the gym, and that was the wrench because if I had gone from the gym home, eat, and then finish up what I was doing, I would have been able to go. I would have had the time. So, oh well.
It is what it
There's always
is.
the Blu-ray release. Like,
There's always the Blu-ray release.
It's always the Bluray.
Oh, but
Speaking of which, they did reveal that Justin, I don't know if you know this. They did the they showed the Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. The Blu-ray actually has the entire envisioned fight for Sukuna and Maharaga.
I think I can.
The aired version was only like 30% of what it was supposed to be.
That's insane. I kind of get it though. As far as like the 30%, like what they had shown for a lot of people when it was broadcast, but I don't know. I think that fight started to spread again like wildfire, like online. So that's why I was kind of privy to it just a little bit. I couldn't quite capture a lot of it. The only difference I saw was Maharaka's face was kind of like polished.
Dude, they added up. There's a bunch of scenes in there that weren't in the original one.
Okay, it's probably later on in the fight then, because that was like early stuff that I saw. But
it definitely is more. It definitely is more polished too. You're not wrong about that.
I kind of liked how it was. It just was kind of like weird, just because of the fact that like he closed in on its face after like the Sukuna slash.
Well, with the stuff that's like later on in the fight, it gets really wild.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of really cool scenes they edited. Just like a whole lot of like just these animators deserve a vacation because MAPPA has been working these guys to the bone. This stuff is very high quality.
Oh, I guess I should talk about that for MAPPA. I have a couple other things that happened this past week, but I did want to put a highlight. People were like making jokes about it because obviously MAPPA has this now reputation of like constantly like working their like workers like to the bone, and now they're
say what I think you're gonna say.
They're making an anime by MAPPA about animators.
oh no!
And it's just adding more fuel to the flame.
Although, judging from the trailer, I mean, it looks. I'll probably check it out. It looks like it might be good.
Yeah, it's rough though.
It's just ironic.
But yeah, that's all I really wanted to highlight. That, and I guess we're closing off on like winter like season anime stuff. So Free Rent at the end is always wrapping up. There's a couple other shows I'm thinking of.
I need to binge that already.
Yeah. Also, some events that happened this past week. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It had a whole 13-minute video.
There it is. I was waiting for him to say it. I was waiting for him to do it.
Dude.
It looks so damn good, Mark.
It does.
Looks so good.
Perfect.
It's literally the series just brought up and like and polished.
I was like, oh my god, dude, this is it. I'm back, baby. Like
it's like it's perfect. It's everything we wanted Tenkaichi to be if it was brought back. It's literally.
It is the best of modern and classic. It just looks fun to play. That's the thing. It's not gonna be like you're not gonna see that game at Evo or anything, but I cannot wait. No, you're not gonna see that game at Evo. It's an arena fighter. They don't do anime fighters like that.
I'm just saying, bro. Tenkaichi got that legacy.
Yeah, but they never. No.
Maybe not mainstream, but people find a way.
Oh yeah, they'll find a way to play competitively.
There's gonna be tourneys for it. I know for a fact there's probably gonna be tourneys for it.
But yeah, I think Sparking Zero looks god tier.
Dude, the animations, the beam clashes, the vanishing rushes, the vanishing assaults. On top of that, the old school health bars.
Yup, we're back, dude. We're so back.
Not to mention, I do like the new mechanic they showed off, which is the skill. I think it's like skill bar essentially, which is
Oh,
The more you build it up throughout the match, it'll give you access to certain abilities you can do. So it's kind of like a strategic resource in a sense.
yeah. That's
I
probably
think
the
that's
right
a good
to
way
go
to
about
balance it. It's a good way to balance it because back in the day, if you hadn't played in a while and someone else had kept playing, and they are hitting all those blocks perfectly to where they are vanishing behind you constantly, you're gonna get stuck in an infinite combo.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good way to balance that.
It's an interesting way to balance like arena fighters, 3D fighters in general. Because like obviously like when it comes to 2D, it's all about like the button inputs and directions and also like the neutral game and everything like that. But like for arena fighters, yes, there's a little bit of neutral game there, but it's also like a whole bunch of other things opened up for strategy. So I like how they are implementing that kind of stuff. I saw that in Ultimate Ninja as well.
Right.
Storm.
Man, Ultimate Ninja.
It's funny because Ninja Storm Connections, everyone was like, what happened? Then we see Sparking Zero, we're like, I see.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Sparking Zero, I was like, I think all the passion and love went here.
Wait a minute, but Sparking Zero isn't made by CyberConnect, is it?
Well, I guess it was not really.
It's
No.
Spike Chunsoft.
Spike is making that game?
Oh yeah.
I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it's Spike Chunsoft.
Wow. Holy crap. They haven't made something like that in years.
Yeah, because they're the ones who always did DangIT.
Are they? No way. Hold on.
It's always been Spike Chunsoft, if I'm not mistaken.
They're cooking with that. Actually, with more like a lot of their games actually. Also, as you
Has
were
it really always been Spike?
as you're looking that up,
Spike, but not Spike Chunsoft. Oh, they merged into Spike Chunsoft. Got it.
Oh, a little bit of history there.
Yeah. So Spike merged into the company in 2012.
Oh wow.
They also
That
get
makes sense.
battle damage.
Oh really? Battle damage? Sick.
Yeah, you can see in the trailer as they get hit. Like you can see Vegeta gets hit, he's damaged. Then Goku gets hit. You see immediately after the hit, he's got battle damage. I was like, yes.
Very nice.
Ah, cool.
I'm telling you, this is gonna get worse.
So right now, no release date for that, but you know, it's just good to find.
At least.
Really? Oh, okay.
I heard it was this year.
But at least we get like a little bit more of that.
And then
It's be 2025.
it might be. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the subject of Toriyama stuff, did you get to play the demo for Sandland? I didn't get to play it.
I haven't tried it yet.
No, I've been too busy to download it, but I
get it. Yeah,
I heard people like it.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, it definitely looks like a good game.
Yeah.
My friend went to Anime Expo and she sent me some stuff that she got there. One of them is a Sandland bag.
Oh, sick.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a tote bag or is it like kind of a specialized type bag?
I think it's like a tote.
All right, that's also really cool too.
But really, yeah, the big thing this week for sure was like new games.
Yeah,
it was a big week for new releases.
I will. This is a really quick thing. Actually, the day after the Dragon Ball video, an old Capcom game actually. It's called Age of Booty. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do know this game. Yes.
Delisted on Xbox.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Phil, he just said.
I did the cat like, huh?
Yeah, you might want to double check, but that was scheduled to being like delisted. I don't know for what reason, but that was just a general reminder. You know, get your games. Get your games.
Game on.
I'll double check. I don't want to. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's I remember that game, right? It's an old Xbox Live Arcade game. Like
yeah.
Was it only on Xbox? It wasn't.
I feel like it should be on other platforms as well, but
I'm gonna look it up.
That was something that just like showed up my feed, and I was like, "That's well, I guess that's gonna happen one way or another." But y'all gonna make me get my game on up in here.
It was on
here?
PlayStation. It's on PlayStation 3 as well.
Oh, okay.
So I would probably say it's probably just get them on either or.
It's
a real-time strategy game by Certain Affinity.
Are you familiar?
What? Yeah. They made, and let me make sure I get my credits correctly here.
Feels like I don't want information.
Yeah, I don't want to miss stuff. They are the ones who helped with Halo Infinite. They're the co-developers with 343.
Oh, okay.
They did the multiplayer for Doom 2016. Okay, so that's not a good example. That was bad. They did a lot of the multiplayer stuff with what is their team's name? Why am I forgetting Infinity Ward? Thank you. They helped with a lot of their stuff.
Huh.
Yeah. But mostly right now they're big on helping 343.
All right.
So it is a real-time strategy game published by Capcom, developed by Certain Affinity, and yeah, it is on those consoles.
Cool. But yeah, that was just something that showed up. I guess we can go ahead and talk about like big game releases / pickups as well, huh?
Dragon's Ligma.
Well, thank you, Mark.
I'm mad. I love the first Dragon's Dogma. I just didn't get to pick up the second one. So
okay.
Not yet. It's kind of the same reason for Prince of Persia, right? It's a Capcom game, and I
get it. I was thinking about it too. That's a full $70 game too.
And it's like I know damn well that later in the year it's gonna drop in price, and I'm gonna be able to buy it then. It's just I'm gonna wait.
That's fair enough. Tis the Capcom way, it seems.
Yep.
Unless you're really hardcore on that. Yeah.
I love the first game. It is basically what I want Monster Hunter to be for me. it's single player only Monster Hunter is basically what that game is, with RPG elements and classes that you have to understand, like sorcerers and whatnot.
Yeah, I'd totally be down for it too, but it was like there's a lot of games that came out like this week that like it's almost unjustifiable to get all the ones I want.
I will say that there is some controversy with it because of the microtransactions, and
I heard about that.
It is pretty big. But let me be very clear. This is not the first Capcom game recently to have this kind of microtransactions. Resident Evil 4 Remake has it. If you want to buy for the currency so you can get the upgrades earlier, you can do that.
I didn't even know about that. What the?
You can do that. And so it's like I get it, like they do it, but it's also people need to relax a little bit. It's not you don't need to buy the microtransactions. It's not there for you. Like it's there for people who want that. Because from what I saw, you can get a lot of those in-game stuff just through normal play.
Fair enough.
So
I think there can be an argument to be had. I think there are some people bringing it up like on Twitter /X, but I guess it doesn't really impact me too much. But that is something that's out there.
Just to give a heads up, but that is on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Also PC, I think, and I think that's it.
That's PC. Yeah. I have Dragon's Dogma 1 on my Switch. It's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first one was with the Dark Arisen expansion. It's on there. It's pretty funny.
The Dark Ariz.
Yeah. I need to get it on PS4 because just for the collection purposes, but it's not the Switch port is great. It runs flawlessly. Like it looks clean. It runs clean. Granted, Dragon's Dogma 1 was a PS3 and 360 game, so
I guess it would make sense it would work. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's been a long time for this game, for this series. I'm really glad to see it come back, and it's getting really good reviews. Like I'm talking like this could be like nominated for Game of the Year kind of thing. Like
okay, cool.
So that's good. That's big for Dragon's Dogma. This is the era of Capcom I love to be in again. This is Capcom could do no wrong right now. Like
that's good.
Like we got Street Fighter 6 from them. The Resident Evil remakes are fire. Dragon's Dogma. The Mega Man collections have been solid. Like all the Ace Attorneys, the Ghost Trick re-release. Like, oh man, dude, we are eating good for Capcom. And then, Mark, are you gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2? Are you interested in it?
Yeah, I'll probably play it eventually at some point.
That's fair. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 1, or I guess like Dark Arisen, has been like on sale a couple times. I remember it was like on sale for like $5, and like Xbox also gifted like people like $5 just to spend it, and I was like, oh okay, I'll just make one like 2 and 2 together. But also Humble Bundle also like included a slew of Capcom games, so I actually just have it like there in the Steam library too. I hear about the performance. Well, actually, I don't hear about too many performance issues. It's just that like PlayStation 5 and Xbox might be capped at like 30. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But
I believe it's 30.
Not like a deal breaker, honestly. No. But I guess we are.
The original game was 30. Like, oh my god, it's fine.
Yeah. It's probably all right.
God. But that was one of the big games. That's the only one you and I did not pick up at all. I think. Oh no! Did you pick up the Legend of Legacy?
I was not able to. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
because it's with NES, and I was like, maybe we should get that game before it's just gone.
Yeah.
So I was checking GameStop. Like I was going to get Princess Peach at the same time, and they just didn't have a copy. So I was like, all right, I'll just check another one.
Yeah,
like,
I need
today.
I need to pick that up because it is a remaster of a 3DS game. One, the 3DS game is kind of pricey already, so I was like, man. And two, it's not like the best RPG in the world, but it's still a decent game.
And for me, RPG is like, no. I'll take it.
The Alliance Alive, which is the same, not the same series, but like the same kind of style. That's a better game, and that one already has the remaster. So, but that's cool that it's getting it. And again, it's an expensive 3DS game. I'd rather people just play it. But I didn't pick that one up either. I have my pickups. If you want, do you want to go first?
I guess I'll go first because we both probably share it.
Yeah, we probably share a couple things here and there.
Gotcha.
I definitely know I don't share one of them. So
for sure. I only have like the one here, so I'll go and share it. It's Princess Peach Showtime. Real gamers rise up.
We're back, baby.
Only the real gamers here.
Back.
It's
real
interesting.
Back. Like,
I
Mark,
was.
You suck.
I mean, he said that. Yeah, he said that. I wanted to say I tried the demo for Princess Peach. I was actually really. Well, I wouldn't say really, but I was kind of disappointed with it. But then reviews showing that like a lot of stuff later on is much better. So I'm giving it the second shot that it deserves.
Rough start, but it comes back after a while.
Although obviously, the cater audience is much younger just because of the game difficulty. It's much easier. So it's definitely, but then when they start connecting the fact that a lot of what Peach is doing is pretty much similar to just like a 3D Mario game of just going to different worlds and there's a general hub world, then it started to click and I was like, okay, yeah, I got it. I do like the stage presentation, keeping it within the stage.
Is that your only pickup?
That's the only pickup I got.
All right, you're gonna have to give me a minute. All right, so I got.
all right.
So I got some early birthday gifts already.
That too.
Some from family. I got some money from like Amazon. I'm kind of waiting. I have my eye on a game that I really want to pull the trigger on, and I have it with my gift card. However, I have to wait until after today because I don't know what people are getting me. So when tomorrow hits, I'm gonna pull that trigger on it. But I won't say anything until I actually get it.
All right.
But from my sister, I got this new Switch case. It is Tears of the Kingdom based.
Let's go.
Got a little emblem.
That's clean.
It's the green color, and it holds. It's actually a really thick case. Like
thick.
It's almost as big as the Satisfy case. Like
Yeah.
And so it's got like a compartment. It's supposed to hold your dock, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But it also can be used for your like Joy-Con grip and stuff. So I put my Joy-Con like grip, the rails, cables in here. And then on the top, it holds my Switch. And only 6 games, which is a downgrade from my other case that holds 20. However, my sister's boyfriend also got me a little Switch case, like for games, like small enough to fit here, and it holds 24 games. So it's like perfect. That's literally all it needs to be.
Cool.
So this is a nice case. I'm gonna be using this like hell. It's great. It's really like thick too. Like it's a good case.
Very nice.
And then she got me this third-party controller. I'm probably gonna use it for my PC the most, but it's a little figurine controller. It's got tails in it as a figurine.
Nice.
Yeah, and it lights up. Let me see if I can.
Nice.
Oh. All right.
Lights up. You can see tails.
Yeah, it's kind of exposed. Oh, there he is.
There, it's kind of chilling. You can
I'm
see
gonna get you out.
I'm gonna get you out.
Go put beans in it.
Oh no! Don't put beans in there.
Oh no. So that was cool. And then all my actual game pickups. So
here we go.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do it like this in this order. There you go. It's gonna be a mix, Switch and PlayStation. So
fair enough.
So for Switch, from Limited Run, I got This Way Madness Lies. This is a
that was the one of those games that they were like announcing.
yeah. It's a developed by Zboid Games. They've done a couple of older games that Anaya would be very familiar with. Cosmic Star Heroine and Cthulhu Saves Christmas.
I remember that.
That's
Yeah,
a wild title.
Yeah, it is.
craziest title.
It's a short RPG. Like I think that they advertise it as being like a 20-hour RPG or something like that. It's very short on purpose. It's meant for you to just blast through, call it a day. It's a mix of Shakespearean like tales and Shakespearean language. But then it's got like Sailor Moon-esque like characters.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's really funny. And so if you can change the language too, if you're not going to be familiar with Shakespearean language, you can change it to normal English.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so you can just like play it, and it's really interesting. It's got like the battle mechanics look like Golden Sun. I don't know, like but yeah, the back of the box says Shakespeare and Magical Girls. I'm in.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, this is a Sephi ass game, but yeah. For PS5, one of my 2 birthday gifts from my wife, from Katrina. This one I wasn't expecting. So she was just silent, like, "Oh, isn't there another game that came out today?" And then she's just
like, "Yeah, bet."
Yep, pulled the trigger, and I was like, "Dude!" And it's a game I've been looking forward to, you know. And I was just like, I'm just happy to play it eventually. I don't know when I'm gonna get to play it because I'm still playing Rebirth, but
Sure.
Rise of the Ronin, baby. That's the other game. One of the other games that came out. I heard it's getting like okay reviews, not the best, but not the worst. I think that's due to the story being lackluster and something else, but the gameplay's fun. People are calling it like your basic open world game, and I'm just like,
I've been hearing that it's a video game.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It probably means it just lacks the story stuff that you're now used to seeing.
Yeah.
A video game. I was like, what does that even mean?
This is a first-party PlayStation game. It's got PlayStation Studios on it, but it is developed by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. So this is basically like a continuation of like their Ninja Gaiden stuff. And I don't know. I like the idea of an open world like action game that isn't so focused on like being a story, like it's just having fun.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. The front of the box also fools you. It says internet required. It's only for the online multiplayer, not for the single player.
Ooh, close.
Yeah. So we're good though. I wanna play this. 96 gigs.
Oh shit. Oh god.
But hey, but you know what? At least this one ships on 1 disc.
Fair. All right then.
So this next one, I got for 2 consoles. It's the same game. And
okay.
I'm happy to have not only one of my favorite RPGs, but I'm talking like one of the best JRPGs of all time in my collection physically for like my modern consoles. Because I have the Vita version. It's just kind of chilling there. But yeah, I got for Unlimited Run finally. This is like a holy grail item for me. I got Persona 4 Golden.
Nice. That's very nice.
Yeah, dude. So these both have the same alternate covers. I can literally flip the switch to match this, but I kind of like the idea of them having separate covers. So
nice.
But yeah, I'm playing the Switch version for sure. The PlayStation version's for collection purposes. But yeah, I can't believe they actually re-released Persona 4 and 3 like portable. Oh my god, dude. It's so cool to have these.
Now I know those are like the base like versions like that you can get from Limited Run. An update on my end. They're still kind of like pending for both 3 and 4 the Grimoire edition. So that's taking a while. Makes me kind of wish I had like the standard edition. But that's okay.
No, because your versions are actually really particular. You see, technically, out of all 3 of the versions, the PlayStation version is kind of like the whatever one because it doesn't do anything special. It is 60 frames, 1080p. Nothing. The Switch version is the same thing, 1080, 60 or 60 frames, 1080p, but you can take it with you. It's a portable.
It's portable.
Yeah. The Xbox versions are very interesting. They're the only versions that are for current gen consoles. So those actually have S Series X support, and they run 120 frames if you choose so.
If you like that.
And 4K and full native 4K, and it's like these other versions don't have that. So the Series X versions are actually unique in that way. So like, I think it's interesting that you got those. I just don't collect Persona for Xbox, so that's me.
That's fair.
So,
well,
but yeah,
I was only bringing it up because of the fact that the Grimoire editions are taking a while. But the Xbox, the standard Xbox should be available for a lot of people. People are
they're shipping out already.
Yeah.
They're shipping out already. But I was tempted to triple dip, but then I was like, nah, that seems excessive.
Yeah.
Especially for a JRPG of 100+ hours. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Maybe a little too excessive.
For
but
Phil, it's not Doom 2016.
You're right. You are absolutely right on that one. But yeah, I got my Persona 4, and yeah, this is the other half of my birthday gift. The one that I knew I was getting, and that is Princess Peach Showtime.
Real gamers rise up.
Real gamers rise up, homie. We are back. I did play this a little bit myself this morning, finally. And
cool.
I only beat 2 levels. I beat the first level for Sword Fighter Peach, and I beat the first level for Ninja Peach.
Oh, okay.
And I will say, you can definitely tell off the bat that this game is developed by Goodfeel, because the requirements for 100% are it's like making sure, like, I missed one stupid star thing, and now I got to play the level again to get it.
Oh my god!
Like, I hate it.
That's how I felt in the demo. I was like, I missed one, bro.
I missed one, and now I got to play the level again. But you know what? Yeah, it definitely intended for a younger audience, but it's kind of fun. Like, I like that it's a lot of variety.
Yeah.
Which a lot of Goodfeel games are not like that. Like, maybe Woolly World is a little bit like that, but and so for people who don't know, Goodfeel are the developers of like Wario Land Shake It, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Yoshi's Woolly World, Yoshi's Crafted World. And so they're very good like developers for Nintendo. I love the aesthetic of the game. Like, it looks really cool. I love the theater, like, and the gameplay is simple. It's just jump, attack, or jump and action.
Depending on what you do.
There's a pause button. So.
Oh yeah.
And it's still got Mario-esque things in it. It's really funny. Like, when she does the pose, but she technically gets taken like to a warp pipe, but it's not a warp pipe. Like, I'm like, okay.
Oh.
That's funny. And then there's coins to collect. Like, she still can't avoid Mario too much, but
yeah.
It's fun. I'm very excited to play through this. I haven't played it on my TV. I played it in portable. I got a pedicures today, so
nice.
I got my feet rubbed and stuff. It was nice.
That's good.
Nice.
But you were able to play as well.
Yeah, I was.
As you're playing Princess Peach.
Yeah, real gamers do. Real
gamer stuff.
You know what I mean? I'm excited to get to Kung Fu Peach.
Only real gamers get pedicures.
While playing Princess Peach Showtime. You already know.
I just thought about that. You're playing Princess Peach Showtime as well. That doesn't help.
But I find it very interesting that this is the third Nintendo first-party game to use Unreal Engine. So that's interesting.
Really?
Look at the back of the box.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look to see. Oh my god! Yeah, you're right.
The first one to do it was Yoshi's Crafted World, which is also by Goodfeel, and Pikmin 4.
Actually, that does make sense, doesn't it? Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, Nintendo's actually using other engines now? That's crazy.
Think they'll adopt Unreal 5? That would be wild.
That'd be kind of crazy. Maybe for their next console?
Yeah, I can see that.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's good, though. I like the game. You're right on one part, Justin. The music is not memorable.
Yeah,
I haven't liked a track so far. Granted, I'm only 2 levels in.
True.
So it's also got that really cool Goodfeel thing about like collecting costumes, and like the 100% is making sure you can grind out money so you can get more costumes and whatnot. Like, It's cool. There's a lot of options for customizable stuff. It's cool. I like it.
That's nice.
And also the box, the inside of the box is the lobby.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. But yeah, this and Endless Ocean are the only two brand new like Switch games this year. Like new releases and not remakes. So yeah, I'm excited. I like this.
Real
I don't
quick,
know what Mark's
Mark,
doing.
I'm not sure what you're doing, but it's starting to become equivalent to Seffi chewing on like podcast.
Oh, sorry, that's my nose.
Okay. I thought it was like, is a fan just kind of passing by?
As a fan passing by.
Yeah, it's out like in a summer where the fan kind of like rotates. So every time it hits somebody, he's like,
Yeah. Gotcha.
yeah, I'm hyped. I'm good. That's good stuff. Good games today, or like this week, you know?
Yeah. Have
Fun
we
games.
highlighted all? We talked about Dragon's Dogma for a little bit.
Yeah, we did all four, kind of like
Princess
because it was
Peach,
Dragon's Dogma, Rise of the Ronin,
Rise of
Princess
the
Peach, and Legacy of Legend.
Or Legend of Legacy. Yeah, Legend of Legacy.
That
one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we kind of got all four of them.
Yeah.
I definitely made sure to get the first party stuff. That
that makes
Rise
sense.
of Ronin is $70, but I mean it's also not going to drop anytime soon because it's a first party game. So
true, yeah. PlayStation's kind of like that with well, actually, with Xbox it's Game Pass, so like you have that like caveat of it just being full price, but otherwise, yeah, you can see PlayStation and Nintendo first party just not really dropping in pricing. So you either like really wait for like that sale and it's only like $20 off, or like you wait.
When Last of Us Part 1 still goes down to only 50, like
oh yeah.
No. I want those. Look, I don't like them, but I want to play them. But I'm not willing to pay anything over 30 for them. How about that?
Yeah, I think with The Last of Us, you're pretty much cleared that you'll see that at like 20 or something. Eventually.
But because that's what I did with Uncharted. Uncharted is also another unnecessary remake, but I like Uncharted 4 a lot. And so I was like, damn, $30 for the collection. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. Like,
oh yeah. Speaking of Uncharted, wasn't one of the folks behind the Uncharted series working on the Marvel game, the 1943?
I still need to watch the trailer for that.
That was pretty good.
I think it looks good. I don't have much to say because it wasn't gameplay.
Sure, yeah.
That's my problem. But other than that, I think it's an interesting idea. 1943, Rise of Hydra. It sounds cool. Yeah, it's T'Challa's grandfather. That's the Black Panther they're gonna use.
Oh,
that's cool.
So it's not the king, it's his father. So I was like, that's cool. And then Captain America is just Captain America because
yeah, he was there.
Old.
Yeah, he was just there. Yeah,
he was just there.
This is kind of on ice.
Yeah, this is the game that's being written by Amy Hennig, who used to work for Naughty Dog for a lot of the older Uncharted games. But before that, she was the one who wrote the stories for like the Legacy of Kain series, some of the Raiders for IDOS. Like,
all right.
She's pretty big, yeah. Her writing's pretty big. Like people like they see her name in the credit, you're like, oh damn, all right. So I'm excited. But I can only be so excited for
just
what
based
I
off
saw.
of a cinematic-esque.
Exactly.
Well, they say it's in. I'm not sure who said it. It was like in engine, so that could be like exciting as far as the visuals. So there's that. And
then Nintendo at GDC talking about their development for Mario Wonder, like how it went.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Concept art. Yeah, they were talking about concept art. They do this every year. They like to show off a game, and they're like, well, like it's kind of like a review to developers and investors, because it's like what did it go into for this game? Like, what did we have to do to make this game work? So they went into Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder. And for Mario Wonder, I'm upset. I can't believe you got rid of a surfing idea because that sounded cool.
Oh,
It's like they showed a concept Mario like surfing, like a 2D like surfing level, and I was like, you.
Okay.
I take back my game of the year, dog.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, but what I am offended is the Mario model they're using for the concept stuff. They changed his in-game model to look a little bit more modern when he was actually going to look more like this.
Oh, okay.
And I'm offended. I'm so offended that they didn't give him this look. That would have looked so good.
Phil said, "Come on."
I would have looked so cool in HD with his classic little fat look. Like, oh.
Now I guess I have to keep.
Sonic Forces.
I guess it makes sense
Yeah.
if they keep it modern, just to recognize them, but also because of that change in voice acting, just to solidify.
They kept it modern to match what he looks like now. I understand. I'm just, it would have been so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Surfing Mario with that look. Oh my god.
That sounds like it could have been a Mario Party minigame. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Pikachu surf. How dare you? Like, not the electric rat before the plumber. I hate you.
The electric rat.
He can't even be in water. Like,
Didn't even call him a mouse. Just said rat.
They did Mario dirty. You might see in the next
really
Mario Party game.
Oh man, there really wasn't much.
I was thinking that like the development of Tears of the Kingdom, we just kind of let Monolith do whatever they do.
Well, they literally went over like and surprise everybody. It was really hard to get the Ultra Hand working in the game. Fair. I can see that. Yeah,
it's literally the dev kit,
basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all they went over was like how hard was it to get this Ultra Hand to work in a game like this, and yeah, pretty hard. Like that makes sense. That's why they needed the extra development time.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, PAX East is going on right now.
That would have been cool to do, but yeah.
And
I think that's kind of
it.
Yeah.
There really
considering Phil has a barbecue in 18 minutes.
Technically speaking, yeah.
Yeah.
Might be one of the shorter podcast episodes, and that's totally okay. I think this has
there wasn't. Yeah.
Aside from people's like receptions on like the new games releasing, there hasn't really been a lot going on this time around, which is fair because it feels like these past couple weeks have been like pretty big in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we're just kind of like taking games as we take it. I wish I had a lot more feedback for Dragon's Dogma because that's an RPG. I feel.
Yeah, that's a big RPG. That's an open world RPG, like.
Mm-hmm. Where you don't touch the water at all, dude. I can't smell-o-vision.
Yeah,
it's gotta be crazy over there.
Smell-o-vision.
It's not the smell-o-vision.
I don't.
Dragon's Dogma was really good. Like, if you are a big Monster Hunter fan, you'll understand what I mean by like it's the physics, it's the way the movement works. Yeah. It's like Monster Hunter. You'll like it.
It's definitely prior to Rise, where they give you extra mobility in Monster Hunter. So it's like you'll probably feel it's weighted like that.
But yeah, I don't have anything else. I mean, I got this Final Fantasy 7 hat.
Let's go. Wait,
you got a hat?
Is that separate from the pre-order thing, or was that part
No, that's the pre-order one. I know I showed it off last time, but I'm just saying I don't have anything else but this hat now.
Okay,
gotcha. This is all I have to contribute now.
Yeah, I'm just below here. It doesn't even say. Damn.
We were talking about. Well, actually, I don't want to hold you with like a conversation about like Final Fantasy stuff.
Oh no, I mean we can, but
there was the.
I haven't been playing too much, so Mark, where I'm at, I'm still at. Like I haven't changed much.
The only thing that's like been updated with Final Fantasy stuff is like 1.14. I think is available on Xbox now.
Oh, you know what? We should talk about that. You're right.
And there's also 16's like other DLC, the Rising Tide.
Yeah, Rising Tide's coming out April 23rd is what I saw, I believe. Something like that. Yeah, Rising Tide's coming out for a 16. 16 is also getting a side quest that's going to be like integrated from 14. So it's like they're gonna make something 14 related to 16.
Interesting.
So to kind of connect the two games together somehow. And I'm like, that's weird, but they are the same developers, so that makes sense. The same studio. And then the big one, this is for Xbox as well, is 14 Dawn Trail is finally coming out to the public July 2nd.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Early access is June 28th. So
Ooh.
so everybody who's playing Final Fantasy 14, get ready. Your servers are about to blow up and you're about to queue
Again.
for so long. Yep.
Servers are about to erupt.
Man,
Yep.
dude.
So that is officially finally coming out. Dawn Trail's coming out this year. So damn. I don't play Final Fantasy 14. I don't play 14 because I feel like I would be stuck on that game forever. But yeah.
I remember when 14 did a collaboration with 15. It's a pretty light one, I think. Yeah, it was. They did a couple collaborations, but yeah, it's interesting to see news on 16.
That was back in like when 14 came back out again, right? Like a Realm Reborn.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
But yeah, that was a game that came around 2015, I believe. 15. That was like
I'm gonna fact check you right now.
Old base game.
The original, the one that was like poorly reviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. You are referring to.
Unless it was older than that, then you'll see me wither away if it's like, oh, it's 2011.
It is older than that, but it's not 2011. You're talking about
2014?
Oh, 14, the original bad one, like the one that came out and everyone was like, what is this? 2010. You're right, it's older.
I'm withering away.
It was delisted right as soon as it came out, and then they re-released it in 2013 with a Realm Reborn, and that's the version.
Oh, sorry, I was
like
talking about 15, but sure, yeah, okay.
Oh, you're talking about 15. I knew that. Come on.
But no, yeah, you're right. I remember 14 did have like a pretty bad reception, and then they
I knew you were talking about 15. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2016.
Okay, I was a little off by a year, but nice. Yeah, it's interesting.
That was a good day.
I was thinking about how they're designing the games, because we were having the conversation yesterday, Phil, about how 7 Remake so far is doing a lot of pacing adjustments, like per chapter. Each chapter, like one chapter is like open world, the other one's linear, the next one's open world, and then et cetera, et cetera. And I think that on top of minigames kind of helps with the pacing of the game from being just overly saturated, like combat. Now, granted, the combat's great, but I know that with 16, that was kind of heavy on the combat there too, which I, again, don't complain about. But then I look at, what they tried to do with Final Fantasy 15, like at the end of it, there was like a whole sneaky mission, which I think wasn't like greatly done, but they done a couple of like
dreaded chapter 13.
Yeah. But they definitely tried to do different things in 15 that I just didn't think landed well. And I just feel like they've really, different teams and whatnot, but the development, all these different games and the pacing for them have like changed over time.
I think I appreciate 16's story pacing more than 15.
I agree with that.
Like that's my thing, is like 15's good. I like that game a lot. And when I first was playing it, I was like, yo, this is amazing. Like this is the first Final Fantasy to actually like embrace the action RPG stuff. So, well, let me not, in layman's terms, it was the first Final Fantasy to be Kingdom Hearts.
All right.
Yeah. And but it was fun. I liked it a lot. I remember like I picked it up. I got the deluxe edition, so I got the steelbook, and it came with the movie, like the Kingsley movie. But there's a lot of loose plot threads in there. Like if you're not keeping up with the things outside the game, like the Kingsley movie and like the demo and some prequels and other things, that story's really like all over the place. And I think it doesn't like it starts to become like really hard to follow, because then you're like, wait a minute, what happened here? Like, why are we here? That makes no sense. Where 16, the story was definitely weird towards the end, but it was a little bit easier to follow. You're understanding things. Like you're like, okay, there's context for everything you're doing.
They had an active like archiving storytelling bit with the touchpad, which I really liked. But I think
Yep.
that 7 was interesting too because there's a lot of stuff that they're not telling you about as far as like the history on things. But it also does it in a way that makes it feel like it doesn't really matter per se. It's only when the characters like perceive it that's important for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in 7, they'll talk about like the Republic. I'm like, I never really heard about the Republic, and then they start talking about Republic of Junon. I'm like, oh, there was a war prior to. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I also like to say like it's kind of unfair to compare like 15 and 16 to 7 like remake project because like oh man, like we're following a game that's basically considered the Ocarina of Time of the series, like
Yeah,
and it's like yeah, you're kind of using a cheat sheet there, like a little bit. You know?
you already have the base game. It's already like made its mark on people, so people will know what to expect, and you're just enhancing it versus making something entirely new.
Because I don't want them to stop making like new Final Fantasies. Like you know what I mean? Like I can't wait for 17 whenever that actually happens. You know,
17's gonna be wild.
so
That's
yeah,
probably gonna be the future.
Oh, that's the future. That's probably next console.
Future.
That's either like dead end of this console generation or it's the next console generation.
I can see them. I can see both.
Yeah, I could see 17 happening at the end of this console generation. Mm-hmm. It depends on who's doing it. Is it Creative Business Unit 13 again? Because they're the ones who did 14 and 16. So
damn, you imagine having like a 17 alongside like a 7, whatever we call it, reawakened, whatever.
7 part 3, yeah.
7 part 3 is definitely gonna come. The only thing we gotta really ask now is by chance when that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's Nomura's team working on that one though. So that one's gonna be tough though because Kingdom Hearts 4 is also there. So where do we place that?
They got a lot in the pipeline right now.
Because honestly, I think we get Kingdom Hearts 4 before we get Part 3.
Oh, absolutely. That's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's going to be the in-between game. I feel like that's it. I don't think they're going to let that go on any further. Like, we can't have that.
All I ask is that Kingdom Hearts really embraces like Final Fantasy characters a little bit more and not just keep it to DLC.
I think it'd be great to see them in Kingdom Hearts 4. I think it's very appropriate, especially.
Yeah, I'd love to see the character models get updated too.
Yo, I can't wait for Clive to be in
oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
That'd be so tight.
I'll be looking at him in Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm like, balls. did he make his chest bigger?
Yeah, no balls. They ain't gonna do it.
Oh, but they got
no balls that Noctis or Clive doesn't show up in there. Like,
I want to see Torgal.
Especially because you know, what was supposed to be Noctis is now a character in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yozora. Yeah.
Sweet like of Zack and Cody. That's the one.
Yes.
Honestly, that'd be an interesting dynamic to see him and Noctis talking to each other.
And then Riku as well. And they're like,
say that because Dylan Cole Sprouse is it Dylan or Cole Sprouse?
It's Dylan.
One of the Sprouses is the voice actor for Yozora.
Yeah, he is. I think it's Dylan.
It's so
that's the only reason I make that joke.
Feels like I had to explain.
Yeah. But they're in Quantum, right?
Yeah, or Quadratum?
Quantum right now.
Quadratum, thank you. Quadratum.
I don't know how I remember
forgetting my own Kingdom Hearts lore right now.
I'm the real fan.
Yeah.
I'm the nobody.
It would be interesting because they're realistic in there. Like that world makes them look a little more realistic. So I would like to see Noctis would be a fit for that one. That'd be a good fit.
You know, yeah, that makes sense.
Just the whole gang. Just have Noctis, Gladios, Ignis.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about the other character. Yeah. Now, honestly, to see like Sora become like homies with them, become like part of the Brotherhood would be kind of nice. Well,
Noctis's voice actor, Ray Chase, is the Master of Masters. So I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
He's probably going to play a role in 4 at this point, considering what they're teasing.
Master of Masters?
I think so.
He's the main bad guy of the whole next series.
Right.
Yeah, because he's like the only. I mean, now that Xenowart's gone, now he pretty much is the main focus.
Yeah, we're on it's not the Dark Seeker saga. We are now on the Lost Master saga.
Crazy. We got sagas now.
We got sagas in Kingdom Hearts. Can you believe that?
Kingdom Hearts 14
Disney.
online. Wait,
This is Disney anime peak. Like,
Honestly, that is something they should do at some point. A Kingdom Hearts MMO.
no, they don't. They shouldn't, Mark.
Maybe
I'm
they
gonna tell you one-
shouldn't, but
They shouldn't, and I'm gonna give you one good reason why. Because anything Kingdom Hearts is canon, and I don't want an MMO to be canon to this freaking game.
Oh,
I hate it. Wait, no, I still have one F-bomb. I don't want anything in this series to be canon to a fucking MMO. Do you all right? Do you want me to be real with you? I already think it's ridiculous that the mobile games are canon, and you need those for both the Dark Seeker saga and the Lost Master saga. Like, get out of here. You're making me keep up with Kingdom Hearts. You're making this difficult, all right? Because I have to now. What's the new mobile game coming out? I gotta play now.
Oh yeah, the one that's a little bit more action oriented. I forget what it's called though.
Yeah. Oh my god, Missing Link. Is that the one?
I believe it's something like that.
Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. I gotta play that now because that's when freaking what's his name? Is it Brain?
Yeah, because
It's
he survived.
Brain. Yeah, well, they all survive, but different ways. Brain gets like put in. That's Scala Al Kalim before before Xehanort is there. Before Xehanort becomes a student there. So it's like, oh, because that's where what's the other character's name? The one with the white hair, the one that was in 3 that was talking to Sora, but Sora doesn't know who it is.
Yeah. Like, need some help.
You.
I remember.
Yeah, needs some help.
That's you.
No, it's not you. It's an actual character. I forgot his name. But
you, me. Who's you?
He's essentially your who's essentially the main character in that you played as in the Union Cross?
I don't think he was the main character. He was definitely a big support.
He's one of the Dandelions. He was one of the Dandelions.
Oh man, I could have swore he was your player.
No,
character.
He's not your player character. Your player character. There's what is it? Kingdom Hearts Unchained and Unchained Key Union Cross. So there's Unchained Key. Your character dies in the war. But in Union Cross, there's the alternate ending where it's like, no, he doesn't. He's a dandelion, and you end up becoming Xehanort.
That's
your character's like soul ends up becoming a baby, and that baby is Xehanort. And so it's like, okay, I can't stand this series. Like, honestly,
I can't stand this.
I can't stand this goddamn series.
I've had enough.
But the dandelions, they all survived. They just when they got, if I remember, they all got like put into different time frames because that's why Ventus ended up ashore on Destiny Island.
Yeah, Ventus is actually like really old.
Yeah, Ventus is really old, but he's one of the dandelions. And then that's why Larxene and Marluxia got separated. But they ended up being together as nobodies to be in the organization. They were both part of the dandelion group. Brain's character got put into the timeline where I'm trying to remember the white hair character's name, but he created Skal Al-Qaim. And apparently by that point, that character had been dead, but they had given him instructions for Brain. Like when Brain arrives, like greet him. It was weird. And then there's obviously Marluxia's little sister.
Oh, yeah.
Who's in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer because that's where she's in Quadratum with Sora.
So crazy.
and then I'm forgetting one other character too, and then you still have the secret ending for Kingdom Hearts 3 because where's what's her name, the one of the union leaders, the girl, the younger girl.
Oh yeah, the girl who was she was
the one that created the ones whose role was to create the dandelions.
Yeah, and she got into that fight at the very end.
Yes. Okay, so all of the leaders show up at the end of 3 at the secret ending, except her. And then when where's she at? They're like, she did her part. And I was like, whoa, what does that mean?
Kind of leaves it open to where we don't know if she's dead or alive.
Exactly. But then like you find out that Luxu is actually Zigbar.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Or Braig. So his body has been basically he's been the keeper of that Keyblade. Because that Keyblade is how the Masters can see the future because his eye is in it. Yep. So he's able to,
Jesus Christ, dude.
So his eye is literally in oblivion.
And then it ends with like Pete and Maleficent looking at them because they understand that he has the chest, so they want it. and that's how that scene ends. So it's like, what's going on? What is this series? And I
always say Kingdom Hearts lore. It's a lot to take in, but it's definitely interesting.
It's interesting. I love it. I also hate it. Like let me rephrase that. I love the lore, and if it was just like, oh, this is how they're giving it to me, this is awesome.
It's just that it's in so many pieces.
It's in so many pieces, and it's in so many ways I don't want to play the games. Why is a rhythm game canon to the story? Can you?
That is true. Like I just looked up the video of what happened.
Melody of Memory? Yeah, it's the part where Kairi understands what's going on.
Yeah, because she was looking for Sora.
Right.
And it's a sequel to 3.
That's why I was like, yeah, I just looked up some
God damn it, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 7 is going to look different.
Why is a card game canon, a rhythm game canon, a 2 different mobile games canon, 3 because technically Coded was a Java mobile game in Japan. That's why Recoded's a thing, because they had to make sure that was somewhere. Like,
dude.
What's next? They're gonna make Kingdom Hearts Mario Party, and that's canon too. Screw it.
Honestly, I feel like people wouldn't mind that.
Where's Kingdom Hearts go karting? I need to know.
Again, I don't know.
That was in there, huh? The mini game from Birth by Sleep, the racing, that was there. I lied.
Yeah, and technically they had a board game too, so Kingdom Hearts Party is canon.
Do you know what that board game is, right, Justin?
No.
It's Fortune Street.
Oh, is it Fortune Street?
It's literally Fortune Street. I was playing it. I was like, wow, this is a lot. This is really familiar. You know, you're buying your
where have I seen this before?
Yeah, because the properties in that are the like the materials for the items and stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I was like, where am I seeing this? Like, I'm gaining profits and gaining interest on my properties. I'm like, this
Monopoly?
No, well, that's what Fortune Street is. Fortune Street is literally Monopoly, except you have to take income and like actual interest in certain properties. That's the only difference.
Do not pass go. Please collect $200.
Yeah, that's the thing. You still pass the middle when you have all 4 of your slates. You go into the middle, you get your paycheck, and you get a level of bonus. That means all your properties increase in payment and interest. And basically, your total gross income is what you need to win with. So every board
bought all the railroads.
Yeah, all of the maps have different like things. I love Fortune Street. Katrina loves Fortune Street. It's such a good game. And it's the one that we only Fortune Street we got in America was the Birth by Sleep minigame. And the one on the Wii that is a crossover of Mario and Dragon Quest.
Oh, that one. I remember.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Square Enix and Kingdom Hearts lore. I don't know how we went from Final Fantasy to Kingdom Hearts to Dragon Quest, but here we are.
It's true. We're 3 minutes past barbecue time.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
I already heard people walking through the door. But
okay. Yeah. In that case, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's crazy. I was just thinking like Kingdom Hearts is crazy lore, and it's gonna get intense. Like by the time they say farewell to Sora.
I can sit here for hours and literally try to explain to you the story of Kingdom Hearts, and I'd still get it wrong. There's somewhere
right, for the most part.
For a lot of it, yeah. I can't keep up anymore.
It's tough. Old. Like
that's the big 3-0 talking to me right now.
When you retire,
all the story keepers are always old.
Oh my god.
They'll have to streamline at some point.
If anything, you're being more accurate to the lore.
That's fair.
Alrighty.
Felipe, the old story keeper.
But
the chronicler, if you will.
Okay. We'll go and wrap up. Guys, I appreciate everyone for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Podcast. It's been episode 498. My name is Justin.
Mark.
And I'm Philip.
See you guys next time. #bye, everybody.